to another episode of the Carolina Otaku Podcast. I am Afro, and I am here with my co-host
Lexi.
Hello, all. Welcome back. As I said, hope you guys had a good. It's 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Good 2 weeks. Hope you guys have been following on TikTok and the Instagram and stuff like that. I've been going pretty hard posting stuff on there.
He's been the MVP with posting because I don't do any of that at all.
Every time I post the TikTok, so on my phone I have like literally like a schedule that says like, all right, tomorrow's Wednesday. The time to post on TikTok is 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and 11 p.m. Those are the good times to post. All right. So every time I finish a TikTok, I send it to Lexi, and I swear, our Facebook Messenger like messages is just like TikTok. It's like it's just a slew of TikToks. But I will say, like, if you don't have a TikTok, I was not a TikTok person, and
he's not. He's not social media at all. Like
when you post at the right time, that shit hits very quickly.
Like the one that we talked about, my birthday. For what fucking reason? Like literally on TikTok, it has like 1,200 views. I'm just like, it's just me talking about my damn birthday.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
It was just, I think it's just the time. I think it was just the time of where it hit and the hashtags that I had underneath it. See, I used to do like this whole slew of hashtags, but now I only do like 5.
You don't need that many hashtags. I was going to talk to you about that, but like I was like, I'm gonna let him do his thing. He'll figure it out.
All you need is, like at least maybe like 1 to 5. That's it. Don't even need a lot. And depending on the day, sometimes it just hits. So yeah, keep up with that, you guys. If you aren't a part of it,
follow us on TikTok.
Yeah, for sure. But you know how we start this off. So Lexi, what have you been up to the past 2 weeks?
Not a damn thing.
I hear that. Same here. All right. So nah. I've been okay, this is a funny story. So on Facebook there was this advertisement for like this auction, like this like barbecue auction. This barbecue restaurant was going out of business, and they had like,
were you about to buy up everything they had for your own?
Here's the thing though, right? So I ended up buying like some like china, like fine china plates, because I like the way they look, and they were like 5 cents. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, cool. Nothing crazy out of pocket. They had a smoker, but it was electric. This big, a big one. Like big. And I was like, nah, I'm good, yo. I don't need that, man. Plus, I'm not loading that thing. What I look like?
You got this?
Nah.
Aren't you the big lifter? You got this.
That shit will not fit in the back of the truck. That thing was big, and it was kind of oldish. I forgot what the brand was, but it, the funny thing is, it was like at 200 for like a good minute, and then that last day on Sunday, that motherfucker hiked up to at least like a good like $800 to $1,000.
Yeah, because that's usually how it goes. Like at the beginning, it's and then towards the end, people start trying to buy it, and like the prices go up.
Yeah, so I was like, nah, I'm good. And also, I guess I've been playing a lot of Division. The new season 5 year 3 came out today, and they did a lot of changes to some weapons, and it's some for the good, some for the bad. But I played some of it this morning and a little bit after work, and it's pretty good. It's not bad. If you want to get, I would say, if you want to get into Division right now, get into it. It's a lot of content. I've
been playing a lot of Power.
I saw. So we can kind of just go into like a little mini review of it. How many hours do you think you have put in?
I probably put in a good like within the last 2 weeks, maybe I would say like 28. No, not that much. Let's say like 12. Let's say 12.
That's not bad. What is your a lot of it's getting a lot of praise because it's just like the alternative to just I don't want to say the name, the the you know, to the other thing, but it's getting a lot of
That
praise.
also starts with P.
Yeah,
But yeah, so it's a really good game. I'm not gonna lie. Like I didn't expect to like it either because I don't play the P word either.
yeah,
Like I watched it as a kid, like the first season, and like kind of just like grew out of it and didn't really get into the whole game thing because when I was younger, gaming wasn't like my top number one focus. So um but it actually is really fun. And I think for me, I like it so much because I played Ark, I played Conan Exile, so I kind of
and it's
like
just
this. Yes, yes,
yeah, it's just
it's
those two
very
shits
much
put
like that.
together. Yeah,
It's like that put together, and it's also fun when you have friends. Like you can like do a lot with that, and like I've had a good friend of mine playing with me and like teaching me how to like do different stuff. So it's a really good experience. Like last night, I learned how to like butcher the pals. You could actually
that's
butcher
wild.
them. And like you think you're gonna see it and then it just like immediately blurs it so you can't see like any of that going on. And you can also breathe them. I haven't got to that point where you can breathe them, but apparently you gotta give them like cheeks or like sweets to like before you can do that or whatever. And
Valentine's Day to fuck up. Good.
yeah, there you go. And yeah, that's Power World.
That's what's up. I see a lot of people playing it. Like I said, it's getting good reviews. It's just something a little bit different from the regular stuff. And there have been definitely copies and duplicates of the P word. But I'll say we'll call it Poke Bowl. Um,
Or Poke Bowl? Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah. There have definitely been duplicates, and because what was that other one that came out like a couple years ago? Um, I forgot what it was called. Damn.
I don't remember.
It was one kind of like it, but instead of like balls, they use like these little like card things that they would like throw out and catch them with. But anyway, um, but yeah, that's what's up. I'm happy that you're liking it for sure, for sure. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Um, so this this is okay. So I actually have something off topic. When I was waiting to get everything set up for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
You ever you ever drink some water and you're just like after you drink it, you're like, man, that hit the fucking spot.
Maybe.
That hit the
Maybe.
man, that hit the fucking spot. And I just feel like, man, I know this sounds crazy. That was some tasty water. Crazy as it sounds, it's just like, man, that was really good.
That sounds so fucking weird, but yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I drank some water, it hit the spot. I was like, damn, this shit's good. Okay. But anyway, in this episode, we will be talking about, well, Valentine's Day is next week. Is
Yeah.
it next week? All
Mm.
right. Um, I'm. You'll hear my opinion about Valentine's Day.
Lay it
Uh,
on.
but Alexi came up with the idea to talk about some gifts to give for Valentine's Day. I have some input, not a lot though. Uh, and then I guess also we're gonna. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're gonna jump into the pool of the saturation of dating and crap, into the new year 20, just in general. Just in general, man. I think it's a lot of shit out there that a lot of people are just taking in information and just regurgitating that shit out in a way that it's catchy for people. So I guess we can start with, I guess, the Valentine's Day gifts. Um, I mean, what for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guy wants to get you a good gift. Is the flowers and stuff, like, and the flowers and the chocolates, are they like are they cool, or is the flowers and
Are you
chocolate?
talking like me personally?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like okay, so like yes and no. And I told you why yes and no. And this is why I don't like that you asked me this question. Because all right, so I like flowers,
Yeah.
but I like, and that's not just on Valentine's Day or whatever, like throughout the year, get me
Yeah.
flowers. Um, and that's just because I like them. I would buy them for myself in my old place and like
Mm,
just hang them on my windowsill. So I like flowers.
mm,
The thing I do not like about them though is that they die. So we can talk about gift ideas later on for that, but like they die and
yeah.
it is what it is. And then as far as chocolates, I have a sweet tooth, so I naturally like chocolate no matter what. Um, but I really do find that cliche. Like, don't every year bring me chocolate and fucking flowers, because I swear to God, I don't want that every fucking year. So
Mm,
think outside the box. So like that's why it's a yes and a no thing. Yes, but then no,
mm,
because yeah.
okay. Um, so I guess I would start off with a gift, like good creative gifts for Valentine's Day that would actually, like, that don't break the bank. Don't break the bank, y'all. Come on. Come on. Don't break the bank. It ain't. Don't break the bank. Keep the money in your pocket and just, do some creative shit. Even if you don't want to look, my whole thing of Valentine's Day is, I'm just gonna say what the fuck it is. Valentine's Day, I think, is a bunch of bullshit. Here's my
Here we
reason
go.
why. If I'm with you and I see something that I know you like and it's just some random day, I'm gonna get that shit regardless, because I'm like, yo,
Right.
this person, I know that she likes this. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Get it.
I don't need no fucking day to tell me what to get you a goddamn gift. The
But
fuck?
it's not necessarily about the like it being commercialized or I do this all the time. It's just to me, it's about a day of like love and actually showing it to
Mhm.
somebody.
Right.
And it's not even just that, like when you're like Valentine's Day, yeah, you know, is mainly for people that like are in relationships, but like people are kinder and nicer to others. Like think about it, like in school. Like you have like the Valentine's Day dance, not dance. Well, some have dances, like the parties and like giving like gift card, like well, not the gift card, but like the greeting cards to like other kids that just may not be getting that same kind of love at home or from people that they know around them. So maybe that one little gesture can make them happy for like a day or whatever. So it's not just about like, oh, I gotta buy you something on this day to show that I love you. It's beyond that. At least
Well,
what I
I'll
think.
tell you this. I ain't never go to no damn Valentine's Day dance of any type of shit.
Oh my god, you were that fucking kid.
Bro, shit.
Party pooper.
It's not a party pooper. It's just, it
Such a
wasn't my
fucking party
shit.
pooper.
Uh, I was a fucking fat kid with circular glasses and an afro.
Okay. And
Literally. Nobody fucking with that. Um, so I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. Like, real
okay.
shit.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, honestly, I would say a good gift. I was, we were talking earlier, but Lexi, next to Lexi right there is a stand for like controllers and stuff. And I gotta say, that's pretty damn good. If I got that as a gift, I'll be like, oh shit, this shit makes sense.
Yeah,
Like
but I got
this
this for
really makes
Christmas. But yes,
yeah,
it is a
like
good
that
gift.
really makes sense. That's really a good fucking gift. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, it's nice.
Mhm.
Keep stuff organized and all that shit. I can definitely fuck with that. And this is and we talked about like shirts and all that stuff. No. I would, you know, I think something else that's pretty creative, but not like putting a hole in the pockets is if the person that you're with is into like Lego sets.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
because they have like the Legos bouquets, like the bouquet sets. Yeah, yeah.
yep. I think Lego sets are pretty cool. And I mean, you can go to any Walmart or go to a Lego store and like find them like find some pretty good ones. I go to Walmart and I walk past that Lego aisle and I'm like, I'll be walking with my cart and I'll be like, and then fix. And I'll be like, nah, I don't need that. I see some like Star Wars shit and I'll be like, that would be so that would just be my whole Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I have some in my garage right now. I have a Grogu that I haven't put together. And
Grogu.
yeah, I do. I have a Grogu Lego set that I have not put together, and I need to do that. Um, Also, just Valentine's Day wise, that's also a good like thing to do as a couple together,
Yeah.
putting Lego sets together. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like doing a puzzle together, but more fun because I'm not a big fan of puzzles.
I don't
But
think I've ever put a puzzle together with like a significant other.
what is
Never
it?
thought about it. I've never put a puzzle together with a significant other, and I never thought about it until you just said that.
You
Sweet
gotta
activity.
if you want to talk about being on some like you want to be with somebody. I think putting a puzzle together with somebody and you're not doing it by yourself literally will test everything for you. It will test everything for you and it shows the way that that person thinks. Right? Are you a person that likes to organize everything, get all the corners together and everything like that and then work your way in? Or you a person that wants to just go and start at random places and try to get shit to going? And it's just like, I think that'll test anybody's like anybody mental,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the person that you're with, for sure. But yeah, Lego sets are really good, really really nice. I mean, simple shit that doesn't break the bank. I would even say like I would take it back to like a like college days of like you set up like something in the living room, whole bunch of pillows and shit, and you don't watch it on your TV because that's passe as fuck. What you do is you get the laptop out, right? Get the ramen going, and then you watch the anime on the laptop together.
Can we get a projector? Just be like,
I don't know. I think that's more. I think having a laptop instead of a big ass TV is more intimate. You know. So I think that doing, I don't know. I think doing that would probably be isn't too bad, but eh, I don't know. You can do a projector, you can do a TV if you want to, but I'm just thinking about something that's like kind of more creative and it kind of just takes you back to,
I
you know,
guess the
yeah,
nostalgia of being broke.
yeah, 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 being on that broke shit, man. Yeah.
Oh
Um,
man. All right, cool. Um, go on. I'll
Oh
give
no,
my
no, no! What you got?
list. Um, so I am a total. Okay, so I'm like a gift giver. Um, and so I try to like go all out when it comes to like things like this.
Right.
So I like in the past I've gotten like monitors and things of that nature for Valentine's Day. But I mean, if you were to give me something, you want to be like break the bank or whatever, go get me the new like VR headset from Apple because that's like $3,000.
You said whoa. You said doesn't break the bank.
No, I said that does break the bank. It's $3,000. Okay.
What?
Yeah, it's $3,000.
You're bullshit, right?
I am not. You want to look it up?
No, I'm good.
Okay. But no, like if not that, for me, it's like how well have you been listening to me or know what I like? So I think like giving them maybe like a figurine from like their favorite anime because those are not cheap.
No.
I don't mean like a pop figure. I mean like an actual figurine or like replica sword, or whatever the case may be, like replica mask. Like I have the from the Fallout 76, like that replica mask, that something like that from their favorite like gaming series or anime or whatever the case may be, that kind of thing. Right. It's not a shirt or clothing that wear and tear.
I mean something different. That's definitely something different for sure.
Or it is about to be con season, so another good gift idea will getting them like con tickets. Hey, let's go to this con together. That's another good idea. And
I hate I'm gonna miss out on some shit, man. This shit.
I am missing out on the cons except for TwitchCon. I am going to TwitchCon. So
when is that?
September.
Oh, for real? Where is it?
In San Diego.
Oh, have fun with that.
You were like getting us off topic. I was just mentioning it. Okay. But yeah, and then maybe like a high price accessory that they may need for something. So if they're like into like streaming, maybe they need like a ring light. Those are cheap, or like a Steam Deck. Not a Steam Deck, excuse me. A Stream Deck, which like helps them stream better and do like alerts and sounds and everything of that nature. Or if they're into like D&D, like book for that.
I got some off the wall stuff I can mention too.
Yes.
So like that. One of my since I've been working at this gun range, I think like I see a lot of couples coming there. Like couples that buy guns together, they're like, hey, let's go out, let's practice, let's shoot together, let's see what we can do here. For example, there was this couple of this couple, and it was they were like really like a strange couple, right? And my boss, the boss there, he came over, he was like, I totally like judged a book by its cover. Because the woman pulled out this gun that was like a really good gun. And her and her boyfriend were on the rifle range and they were trying to mark in a new scope. And she had like a silencer on this thing too, a suppressor on this thing too, right? And he was like, the boyfriend was right there with binoculars, checking her hit it and just watching. And it's like, all right, you need to go to the right. And he was like, what the fuck? He was just so surprised. But anyway, if for just Valentine's Day wise, it's so much stuff. If you're into firearms, holsters, extra magazines, you can go and get their gun like design. You can get like designs on their gun and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just to make it more personal for them if they're into that. Um, you can anything. You know what I mean? It's so much stuff. It's little details that you notice that you can do that could make that person just like enjoy and appreciate
their hobbies. Like, yeah, and see, that's another thing about Valentine's Day. Like, you can show them that you've been listening to them or that you support whatever hobby, or whatever path that they're going
yeah,
through life, just by getting them something. And it doesn't have to be like expensive,
yeah.
just like we talked about earlier, like an accessory, like this little accessory, you,
But
you know,
$3,000.
or you want to go top end, yeah, $3,000 for the like VR headset. Yes, like
Is it worth it?
I don't know because I
I
haven't
don't,
bought it.
I don't know. Shit, I don't know. It looks nice though.
It
Um,
does.
but yeah, I don't know. I think that it's a lot that you could do, but really, it really just depends on you. If you don't celebrate Valentine's Day,
Don't
hello,
celebrate it.
I don't. Uh, Valentine's Day literally next week is on a Wednesday. We're supposed to be bowling on Wednesday, but they're like the bowling I go to is like, oh, we're doing like this little Valentine's Day thing, so we need you guys to bowl on Thursday instead. Nigga, no, I do not want to bowl.
He's just like,
You
fuck it, I
fucking
just
up the
want to be there
schedule.
next week.
Yeah, I do not want to bowl on no damn Thursday because y'all got some Valentine's Day bullshit going on that y'all trying to do out here. Right? And I'm like, well, ain't that a bitch? They had us bowl the day before Thanksgiving, but then want to move our bowling. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But then want Valentine's Day, want us to move to the next day for Valentine's Day. Get the fuck out of here. That's so stupid. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in early, like Tuesday next week, pre-bowl, so I don't have to go in on Thursday. Um, but anyway, when Valentine's Day gives, just be attentive. If you don't celebrate it, save the money. You got more money in your pocket. There you go. Um, I think it's all bullshit. I think it's kind of shitty. Just the holiday as it is. I've gone all out on Valentine's Day, and I'm gonna tell you something. It wasn't fucking appreciated. So I said, fuck that shit. You guys can call, you need therapy and all this shit.
Someone is bitter. Bitter. All right, cool. We're gonna proceed on our next topic. We're actually gonna talk about dating in
Gonna tell
2024.
me. What's to do? Okay, sorry. Yeah, next topic is dating. Yes. So we are jumping into this cesspool of everybody talking about dating shit. Why? Because it's funny as hell. So I have a lot in my head about this.
Oh
I really do.
god.
But it's not, I think it's all like really good shit. But some people, just depending on people, are gonna be like, oh well, this is that. Um, First of all, I think a lot of people need to shut the fuck up. I think a lot of people that have been hurt, damaged, or just very spiteful are out here giving advice on dating and think that their way is the way. That's not the way that shit works. I am not a relationship expert. Don't want to be one. I am the wrong motherfucker to go to. Trust me. Cause I'll look at your ass and be like, you're a grown ass adult. Why are you going through all that? Literally. Um, what I what I what I believe is a big thing in relationships is I think relationships are you willing to understand how a person communicates with you? Are you willing to put in that work to understand how that person communicates? Because everybody communicates different. And it might not be the way that you like to like your communication to be, but this is the way that it works for that person. Are you willing to work with that person and understand that? Or are you saying, bye, I'm not dealing with that, which you have every right to. You put your standards out there, you stick by those standards, and you go from there. Once you say your standards, you don't have to repeat it more than once. The motherfucker can hear you. You just have to say it that one time. That's it. But are you willing to be with that person and understand how they communicate? That's kind of the big thing with me. I don't in my life, there aren't a lot of like marriages that I've seen that have been like long. I haven't seen a lot, and the only one that I've seen is my father and my stepmom's. That's it.
Same.
And I know that they
Jesus Christ. God, no. Oh,
and
God.
I know that they have gone through, through shit. But it that's the only thing that I've seen that's been like more. When I say long, I mean more than 5 or 10 years. Married, not like in a relationship. I mean married for more than 5 and 10 years. Right? When it comes, my sister and I, we've gotten to the point where we ask my stepmother and my father questions just about relationship stuff, like I said, because they're the only ones that we see as example. And it's to the point where my stepmother has literally said that your father is perfect. Yes, your father is perfect. And one of the biggest reasons why she married him was basically the way that when she saw the way that he was with us growing up, that was one of the biggest factors that made her like want to be with my father, was the way that he was with his children. And I hear that and I'm just like, that is crazy. It's not crazy, but it's like it's crazy in a way
It's
of
not.
like, wow. That's so cool. Because it's not like it's definitely not like that now.
No, it's not. But like I can get where she's coming from, because like you can tell a lot about a person how they interact with like their kids or like their mom.
Yeah.
And so people who like value that,
Yeah.
you should have a good sense on those kind of things. And the people that just don't, they're the ones that are now like preaching to everybody about relationship advice and how like yada yada yada. But yeah, I can
Right.
get it.
Right. Right. I I don't know, man. Relationships are it's a toss up. It really can be.
Mhm.
Uh you even said something to me that I'll say it. You said to me, you were like, you're a nice guy, but you just don't want to put in the work. You just don't
Yeah.
want to put in the work. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You just don't want to put in the work. And I think my thing is, what how much work, if I'm already working, I'm already working a 9 to 5. You're telling me after the 5, I still got more as the work?
Yes, you got shit at home that you have to take care of. Like just because you work a 9 to 5 does not mean that that's where like your work stops. And I think you guys think that, and it's not the case. Like, especially like, and now in like 2024, like I work a 9 to 5, and then like I got like a 12 to 12. So like on the weekend. So like, what you talking about? Like, I'm putting in work all the time, and then like, it's not like where it used to be. We're like, okay, you're working the 9 to 5, and I'm sitting at home taking care of the home and dealing with that. No, it's like now you can't use that excuse and be like, well, I just worked a 9 to 5. Okay, and you have a 9 to 5, and you also have a house that you need to take care of there that I'm also doing. I'm working a 9 to 5, taking care of a house and making sure everything else is good. You can't sit on your, like, no. And I think men just think that, and it's just,
I don't.
ugh.
Ugh.
He just had to bring this topic up, and I hate talking about dating because, like him, I didn't grow up with like good like role models for relationships.
Because the TV shit ain't real. Like we see this shit on TV. The TV shit ain't real, y'all. That shit ain't real.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna put all my business. A lot of y'all already know like my whole like mom and dad thing I talk about all the time on stream. But like, case being, like my mom never married, but my dad did. So like, my dad is not a good example of a relationship, just because his relationship is like the longest actual married relationship that I see. I wouldn't ask that man for dating advice because like it's not a positive one. And so like, but I'm also not one to like look at like TikTok and Facebook or whatever and be trying to emulate those like relationship advice that they're giving. For me, it's a live and learn process. If I make it to the altar to somebody, then hey, but like if I don't, I don't. And I think that's kind of where it's making it hard for people to be in a relationship. It's just we're getting these ideas that are not to our true selves from like social media or what we hear our friends say or who we're trying to emulate in our lives, and instead of trying to find out what we want,
Right.
and that's what makes it so hard.
I think a lot of people talk a lot. Like I said, I think a lot of people talk a lot of shit and don't know a goddamn thing. Never been married, probably been in tons of relationships, and this isn't just men. This is men and women that spew shit. You know what I mean? Tons of podcasts about it, tons of bullshit about it, and everything like that. And it's I don't think relationships should be hard. They should be enjoyable.
Yeah, they should.
But when it's to the point where it's more when you're like when you're stressing over a relationship because you really like this person and every day it's like somebody's beating you over the head with a fucking brick. You just gotta let some shit go and carry on with your shit. And also another big thing is if you've been single for a long time, you start to get acclimated to shit. Right? The acclimation then becomes it could be somebody literally looking at you and calling you selfish because you don't take them into consideration when they're like around you, but it's like it's just been you.
It's hard to adapt from it just being you to now you have this person in your space.
Yeah.
And now you have to like think about this other person and like their tendencies and their habits and their little like nitpicky things that they do. Like there. Okay, so this one little this one thing you see on social media would talk about like when you date a middle-aged woman and she's been single for X amount of years and the small shit that you do, she will just let you go. It's because of that. Like she's used her peace. She's used to her being in her own space and her own vibe for so long, and you got to be like, am I really gonna deal with this?
Yeah.
Nah, fam, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Like,
if
gotta go.
if you're a guy who I know a lot of people that are like the type of people that are just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna just go get up and just go somewhere and just do that shit. Right. That's not the type of person I am. I like to plan shit before I do anything. But me being a person of habit, and I actually really enjoy organization a lot, and planning and stuff. I actually really enjoy that shit. So when, like I said, when you're single for a long period of time and man, it when you have gotten called selfish before because you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go get myself something to eat real quick. I'm gonna go to the fridge, get myself something, and you don't offer that person something, and they look at you like, why didn't you offer him anything? And then you look at them and it's just like, why didn't you ask?
I can
Closed
see
mouth.
both sides of that. Like
I do. I get it. I get both sides, but it's also like closed mouths don't get fed.
true, because I say that, but like because
Okay.
closed mouths don't get fed. Like
Yeah.
open your mouth. You want something. Because I ain't a mind reader. I'm not gonna read your mind. But me being a female, okay. So another thing, like the whole like, do you want me to come over? Yeah. Wait, do you really want me to come over, or like,
Wait,
are you
who is
just
this?
saying that to shut me up?
Wait. What is who is
So
asking?
there's like a big internet debate. Like a girl will ask a guy like, "Hey, do you want me to come over?" And the dude's like, "Yeah." And you like, girl will be like, "But do you really want me to come over? Or are you just saying that so I'll shut up?" And guy's like, it's
That's a
cool. You can
thing?
come over. Yes, that is a thing. That is a thing. And it's just I can see that because like when I'm dating, like my mind like tends to overthink and like um and I don't and like for me it's just like, well, am I bothering you? Like I don't want to be a bother to you and being in your space. Like, do you really want me in your space? And you just giving me that like, yeah, like
But
and then it's like, well, can you say it like a little bit more reassuringly? Like so I know that like, okay, I'm cool. Like, it's
do
I got
you
squirrel brain. It's okay.
my thing is if I didn't want you to come over, I wouldn't have said the shit. I would have said no.
So you would say no, right?
I would have said, nah, I'm good. You can stay where you at.
That's a whole nother can of worms, okay? Some men don't want to go through that can of worms, so they'll just say yeah and let you come over or whatever. So you shut the fuck up, and they ain't got to hear about it and go through that other can of worms, but really do not want to, don't want you there. So like, yeah, like because you would say no, and I know
Yeah.
you would say no and mean it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that every man that you talk to is going to be like you and be like no. So
Let me ask you this. Okay. Would you this is actually really good. Are you a person who would are you a person that would rather be around a person that's into like the anime and the gaming and shit like that, or somebody who doesn't even fuck
oh
with it?
fuck no, I don't. We got to have that in common. All right, that's it. Like okay, I talked about this before.
Yeah.
Like I am. So for me, if I'm dating somebody, like we have to be on that level where like not just dating, like we can consider each other like best friends or whatever, because I want to be able to have those activities with you.
Yeah.
And share about that. I don't want to be gaming and you just like bitching and complaining because I'm gaming 24 fucking 7 or whatever. Like, come game with me. Like, so when I look for somebody, it's usually somebody that has those similar things in common. Yes. And I also look for somebody that like I could learn from in a way, like something they don't have to be into everything, but they maybe have a hobby that I've never heard of or I've never done before, so I can learn about it and get into it. So it doesn't necessarily mean like we got to be to the T everything in common, but like at least got to share at least 50% of like the same hobbies and interests and things of that nature.
Yeah. This could be something we talk about in another episode too, but you know, one of my so I have a friend of mine. She's like, "Why don't you meet somebody at these conventions that you go to?" And I'm like, "This is actually a really good topic for another episode too." But so I won't get too deep into it. But if you are a guy and you understand this, let me tell you something. I would tell my friend this: no woman wants to be, I don't even want to call it harassed, but in this day and age, I guess you can call it being harassed or just bothered by a person at a convention where they paid all this fucking money for.
I disagree. I wouldn't say no. Let me explain before you even go any further. It's a difference in the approach. Like if you're approaching me and like some like basement dwelling like type of approach,
some brainy shit from Hey Arnold,
right? Like okay, yeah, you're harassing me, get on my nerves. Go the other way.
Yeah,
but like if you're like, hey, you have a nice casual approach about it, like.
Yeah.
I understand you talk to people, you understand like people, then sure, yeah, like that I wouldn't see as harassment and I definitely would go for it there. So I wouldn't say necessarily like we don't want to be harassed around it. It's just go to the approach.
Yeah. I think I think that I could be wrong, but I think a lot of guys, I think there are a lot of single men at these like at conventions for sure. I think there's a lot, right? Some don't shower, some don't wear deodorant. You guys, when you go to these conventions, take a shower and wear some fucking deodorant, please.
Please.
And also brush your fucking teeth too. So I think a lot of them want to get that gumption to go up, but it's like you can sit there for like a couple seconds and think about it, and you're just like, fuck it. Fuck it. It's not worth it. But anyway, that can be something for another episode because that's a whole thing that I can go into also. And let me just reiterate this: we are not like relationship expert, you guys. So please don't hound us
We
on this
have
shit.
our own traumas and yeah. No, we're good.
So don't come at me on some bullshit. So fuck you. Um, but this was just something that actually it was kind of a suggestion also some months ago. You don't remember who told you to do it?
No, but I remember we talked about it, and I don't remember who suggested
It
it. I
was
think I've actually.
Go ahead.
Shit. No, I was like, I think I actually have gotten that several times, and I just like,
Yeah. But it I don't know. The whole relationship thing, it can be a toss up. It can be a good time. It could be a bad time. It can be a time where you learn from it. It could be a time where you're just like over it. But I think when you, like I said from the beginning, I think, are you willing to understand how that person communicates? Is kind of it's a really, really big thing.
are you willing to compromise?
You're not trying to change the way that person communicates. You're trying to understand how they communicate with you. Some people don't communicate well. You can't sit here and be on some shit like, talk to me, damn it. That's not gonna do anything but make that
Maybe
person go
shit.
back into their turtle shell. Let's just keep it real. That's not gonna do anything. So are you willing to work with that person to understand that communication? When you're working to understand that person, then other things start to open up and actually reveal themselves.
Yeah.
And then that's when go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's communication. Yeah, is a big deal, but I think also, are you willing to help that person as well? Like when
Mm,
they're down and when they're struggling,
mm,
be uplifting, like when they are, at their best.
yeah,
It is a big thing too, especially like I hear it all the time for guys. It's just like, they go through something and then like the person that they with wasn't like the most supportive. Um, and that kind of like wears them. But then again, you can't be like dating. Like, I'm not saying like in a relationship. Like, if you guys are in
yeah,
a relationship, you know, if you're at your worst, your partner should be like helping you pick up the pieces.
yeah.
Okay, that's what you're there for.
When you said
But
pick up the
like,
pizza, I thought about the song. Go ahead. I thought about Hustle Man with the kazoo and the saxophone. Go ahead. Go. Go
but
ahead.
but like if you're dating, like if you're trying to date someone, like y'all are like couple months in, or not even a couple months in, like few weeks in or whatever,
Mm.
or like you are actively on these dating apps and your shit is at the worst of this life, like you ain't got no job, like
Yeah, yeah,
you got 4 or 5 kids, that
yeah.
like no, we're not here to help pick up pieces and baggage at that point. You need to get your life together, get it straight, and then try to find a significant other at
Right.
that particular point. Because then like, oh, you're swiping and like everybody's like, no, we don't want to pick up your mess, then it's a problem and you want to post about it, like yada 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 yada. And like that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's a lot of shit that can be talked about just experience wise and everything like that when it comes to this topic. And it's
It's not
not
for them.
and it's not like the thing is, I think the thing is when it comes when you see other shit online, I think it like I said, everybody's been hurt some type of fucking way. Um but some motherfuckers I think are just talking just to be talking. Like interrupting each other and all that shit. And it's just like, why? You know what I mean? Like why go through all that? Why do all that? You know what I mean? It
It's
just seems
it's
like
for
a
the
headache.
it's for the clicks, it's for the clout, it's for the
Yeah.
money, it's
And
what
that
it's
shit
for.
works.
It does.
That shit,
It does.
that shit really works. Um, but yeah, all in all, relationships can be a good thing, they can be a bad thing. It's just the roll of the dice, man. It's life. You win some, you lose some. Um, but I don't know. Uh, I don't know. You got, you you got anything else that you want to kind of add on to this?
Relationships?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, I don't. The dating pool has piss in it. Shit. And like it's not
Both
gonna get any
sides.
better. On both
Bo-
sides,
both
yes.
sides.
On both
Let's yeah,
sides.
both sides. Let's be clear, y'all. It's both sides.
On
It's
both
not
sides, okay?
it takes it's a 50-50 shit. So that's both sides, y'all. Come on now. Let's stop playing the fucking games. Stop playing the fucking games. And yeah, stop playing the fucking games. We can talk about this more some other time. But
he's getting sleepy, y'all. That's why he's saying this. Okay.
that it's not even that. But also, you got to stream soon, right?
I can stream late. It's fine. It's okay. We can wrap it up. We can do a part 2 another day.
Yeah, we could get some more of those clicks. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Carolina Otaku Podcast. Like we said, make sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the socials and stuff like that. I'm thinking we should even make a fucking LinkedIn. By the way, have you heard that LinkedIn people are using LinkedIn for dating?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
That is a thing.
I did not know that. I was like, I've gotten like 3 jobs